Hello again. I'm back with more of this because I'm definitely not addicted to it. What is on my desk? Get off. Every time I fucking go to this desk, there's something new just, like, lying on it. I guess you would call that dust, yeah? Alright, so I finished a route? Yeah, I think so. Can't skip this. 44 hours playtime. Yeah, I have... This game is long. This game is really long. I have, like, 80 hours in the Zero Escape collection. What's the actual name of it? The 999 VLR collection on Steam. I have like a total of 80 hours. It's a lot. Right, I did all this last time, and I unlocked this. I should probably open up the folder that has all the stuff in it, right? The VLR things? Yeah. Okay, there we go. So I have that at the ready. No, don't click on that. Okay, so what ending did I get last time? I think I got Sigma's ending? I'm losing track of what I've done. There's too much. I feel like I'm getting close to the end of this game, though. I'm close-ish, yeah? Because there's just like this and whatever this is. I guess this is next. Okay, so let me see if I remember this right. This is the route where Sigma got injected. And he's going to realize that his arms are artificial, so he's going to rip one of them off, yes? Because they are made of titanium. And he can, like, rip the sockets out, maybe? I don't know. How do, like, sockets work on an artificial arm that's made out of titanium that's also mechanical? Because, like, there's a fleshy exterior, so you can't have, like, interlocking joints, because then it would, like, tangle the flesh, right? I'm gonna play the game now. When you're a Sigma male, you never have virtue, just gains. Yeah, I bleed the white.
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Oh, I'll be fine. Suddenly, all eyes were on me. Who betrayed me? I forget who betrayed me in this route. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. Who else could it be? Is it Dio? It's either Dio or Al. No, no, Alice wasn't an asshole in this route yet. What? No, wait, was it Alice? I think it was Alice, because, like, she showed up and, like, betrayed... No, that was a different route where I died. Right? Yeah, okay, no, this Dio? I don't remember. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic, Soparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, and they gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma!
Oh, it'll be fine.
Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh,
Why is Clover telling me to get up? I'm dying. She's like, get up, you'll be okay. She says as I'm, like, frothing at the mouth. Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift a sheets of lead, plural. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out the blur that had been Dio in front of the number 9 door. It was Dio. All right, yep. Big surprise there. Damn it. Death is only a state of mind. You'll keep your promise, goddammit. Oh, right. This was the route where he had this, not the Soparil, that's the other one, that the, Excelavir. Took me a second to remember. I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head, and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. How come they're letting him leave? Like, why let him leave, but I can't leave, ever? Mouse. Somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then, at last... The smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw my hand out in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back. Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
God, he's such an asshole. I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excelavir in the laboratory.
and Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Accelavir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. Hands. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and I got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said unmistakably Accelavir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right. Of course.
Got this warping effect. She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. Now rip your arms off. With that, the last of my strength left me. With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
Bro, I'm dying? Why are they asking if I'm okay? They know what's happening. I guess this is it. Nuh-uh. Don't, no, shut.
First is the sofa reel. Let's put you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
I'd love to take your breath away. It's too bad you're an AI. I can't choke you. 9 minutes. Once the Sopril was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had passed already, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. It's kind of impressive that he's still, like, moving around with this stuff in his system. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? Aren't I supposed to be asleep right now? What? It's like 7 p.m. What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about in the game? Heh. Yeah, no, it's supposed to knock you out. If they're talking about me, I'm like, huh? Water is good. I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up to the very end. Wouldn't this be like getting injected with, what's something I can... Does morphine put you to sleep? I think it does. Okay, Sigma. You can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. Rip your arms off. How could I save myself? Or at least the flesh of my phone with my stream running on it just crashed? I think, yeah, it crashed. Okay. Oh, did it just break? Oh. I think my phone just gave up the ghost. Hello? You okay? Hold on, I can fix this. I can pop the battery out. I don't think it's ready to... Oh, wait, no, it's starting. Never mind. Why did it... Shut off. This phone is... It's not 10 years... It's like 8 years old. I think I got it in 2014. It's still fucking going strong. Hold on, let me get the... Oh, okay. Corrupted SD card. Yeah, I know. There's no SD card in it. So, I don't know why he keeps telling me that. Corrupted SD card. Oh, now Twitch won't load. I'm ignoring it for now. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Again, like, just chop your arm off. Like, even if you didn't have mechanical arms, just, like, chop it off. Hopelessness is a state of mind. Death is just a state of mind. For the weak, I had to think. Read along. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer.
Sigma, What's wrong with your hand?
Maybe I can just get one more out before I perish.
There's something white on it. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human.
Is he gonna, like, deglove his whole arm? That'd be pretty sick.
Are cybernetic.
That fucking term is so freaky. I hate it so much. The word deglove. I really hate it. It makes me so uncomfortable. I feel like I've talked about this before. What the hell was that? I have cybernetic arms? It was both shocking and utterly obvious. Of course my arms were artificial. Yeah, of course. Titanium alloy bones with an ABT exterior to mimic human skin. But I had no idea why. Nor did I know when my human arms, which I distinctly remembered having, had been replaced. And that flash of Luna I'd seen, I was certain it had never happened. Those things hardly mattered, though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. The fact that my arms were mechanical, however, that might be useful. I called upon all the strength I had left and stood one more time. Why are they standing next to each other? What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma! What are you saying?
Looks like you finally gave up. Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
Sorry, I'm just like looking at Kay distorted, and it's like his toga is just like enveloping the whole screen. Then hurry up and...
Hey, don't rush me. Kay, you've got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
I didn't really see he had 9 BP.
Well, what do you say? Wanna come with?
I will remain here.
Oh.
Why?
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Oh, damn. Don't worry about me. Go. You have to get outside and call for help.
But...
You think Dio will? If he's the only one who gets out of here, there's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one we can count on.
I understand.
Great! Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
No! Stop!
Phi began to move, but it was already too late. Why is Robot Man even wearing clothes? I don't know. I think Zero put him in that, right? So I guess that... ask him. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down. See, what they don't understand is that 9 is actually an upside-down 6, which is actually a G.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
So when do I rip my arm off?
It's been fun.
What he concealing?
Peace!
I promise to call for help and return as soon as I can.
Can you also, like, bash his skull in for me?
Please, do not give up hope.
Yeah, I know. Just get going already. I can see normal again, but... just UK.
Huh?
As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched. Then, calling on every last bit of strength my wearied body could supply, I launched myself toward him like a coiled spring. I slammed into his legs, knocking him to the floor and wrapping my hands around his ankle before he could get back up.
Hey!
Is he actually gonna, like, smash his arm under the door?
What are you doing, you bastard?
Oh, shit.
The door's gonna close!
Yeah,
Let go! Let go, goddammit!
I'm taking your leg with me.
Let me go!
That's not a tiny door. That's like a foot thick. That's gonna crush his leg. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. He lashed out with his free leg at my head, shoulders, and arms, but I held on. I ignored the pain, tightening my grip with every blow. It's a good thing you have that anesthetic in you.
Hey, what the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah, so did I. Far as I recall, I didn't say anything about letting you escape.
What? Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole! I have to get out of here.
Oh, this is gonna be so good.
My sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot.
Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit, edging closer to the exit. He was headed straight through the door. Wait, were we not already through the door? The perspective made it look like the door was coming down on top of us, but the gate was already beginning to close. With only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door.
Sigma! Stop! That's enough! Please, you have to let go!
The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go.
Yeah, that's the plan? Eh. Alright. See you later, Dio.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you?
I was really hoping to see his leg get crushed. Damn.
Just hurry up and die!
Or more like just listen to his scream.
You senile old fuck!
No, what? Senile? No. I'm going to live. I'm gonna live. We could have done this even with human arms. It would have just been much more painful. Although, shouldn't we still be feeling pain because the nerve receptor, maybe it like cuts off at a certain threshold? I don't know. It probably still hurts.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game.
Wouldn't you bleed out from human arms? I mean, you could probably tourniquet it and like, okay, I still think it's better than dying, like taking a chance at lobbing your arm off. Because I think you can wrap a tourniquet around it and like really cut off the circulation and you would still bleed a lot, but I don't think you would die.
Thank you.
At least not
for
immediately.
your participation.
Also, yeah, we have a nurse. Luna's here.
As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked.
Let me think about this. Is there a way to like cauterize the wound? There's probably something in the med bay. There's also those pods, I guess, that could keep me alive. I don't know.
Escape is not possible.
Yeah, I get it.
Please enjoy your stay.
So, like, how long is this route now that I'm missing an arm? The announcer's voice grated at the inside of my skull. I felt tired. So very, very tired. I felt my eyes flutter closed. And then nothing. Bad end. Don't actually, though. When it says, and then nothing, then it just goes to game over, usually. No, I'm good. How does the white fluid work? Like, how does that... Because it says I have a circulatory system hooked up to it. Like, my main circulatory system is hooked up to it. But, like, does the white fluid pump into my body? Like, how does that... I don't understand. Hmm?
Sigma!
Wouldn't you just have human blood coursing through it instead? Wouldn't that be, like, smarter?
Sigma!
It mixes with your blood? Or doesn't?
Awake, huh?
You're finally awake, huh? Where am I? You played Elden Ring for 6 days straight. We're surprised you're even alive. I rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. Let me see my arm. Well, to be honest, it was an examination table, not a bed. Which meant... Oh, they were looking at my arms? The infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
Do I still have, like, one of them? You guess?
Well, I wasn't there to see it. I was out, just like you. But I was in the AB room.
Why?
That bastard Kay. He punched me in the stomach.
Wait, he did? When did that happen?
I can't believe him. He didn't want me voting, so...
When did that happen? I don't remember that. Whoa. And after he knocked you out, he voted betray, which brought his BP up to 9. Wow.
Yes.
So where is he now?
On the other side of the number 9 door. With Dio.
You told him to go, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Is your arm okay?
Whoops, no? Arm?
I heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
In the last game, we had 1 artificial arm man, and now we have 2. Does that mean in the third Zero Escape game, there's going to be a dude with 3 artificial limbs? I looked down at my left hand. Or rather, I looked down at where my left hand should have been. Instead, there was a stub, wrapped in white gauze. I told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant Dio, letting Dio betray me, but I had a feeling I might come to miss my hand. Who's got artificial limbs in 999? Snake. Light? His real name's Light, right? I keep forgetting that. Clover's brother. It's like a whole plot point. He, like, snapped his hand off and pulled the bracelet off. Oh, yeah. How's Quark?
I'm right here.
Quark. Man, I'm glad you're all right. Feeling better?
Yep.
Yep.
Thanks to you. You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right? Luna gave it to me, and now I'm better.
We didn't copy it, though, right? Uh-oh.
Thanks.
Alice is gonna die?
You're the best, Mr. Sigma.
Oh, their teeth are doing that thing again where they, like, move out of their mouth like a xenomorph?
You saved my life.
I don't know what's causing that. It seemed they'd shared stories while I was asleep. Everyone knew how I'd made a deal with Dio and about the journal we'd found with the Latin in it. Clover and Fi seemed to have done most of the talking.
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed. We're not infected. The rest of the world is. That means this place isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah. Fi and I have already gone over it, but I explained what I'd noticed. 1. If we were in the shelter for uninfected people, why had Quark been infected? Any place designated to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. Had the virus really bypassed all those measures? It didn't seem likely. 2. The timing of our abductions and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. It would make sense if we'd been rescued after what the disease had been... After the disease had become widespread, but that wasn't what had happened. First, we'd been abducted, then the pandemic had broken out. 3. We didn't know why Zero had put us in the nonary game. If we were survivors he wanted to protect, then why try and kill us? If we were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Well, what about this? Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic. I don't know who. Probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter. But then, after a while, he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
What on earth would make people he rescued play a game where they could just die because he... Why can't I fucking read today? Who on earth would make people he rescued play a game where they could just die because he was bored?
Well, we don't actually know if there is poison in this bracelet.
What?
You're the only one who's gotten injected so far.
No, we know, I think, right? I've died in multiple endings at this point because of it, yeah?
And
like
when
3?
you did, it was only Soberil.
Well, 2, if you don't count this one. What are you saying? That what I did at the number 9 door was all pointless?
No, that's not what I mean.
That can't be it. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelets. The Adams analysis confirmed it.
But what if the atom is lying?
If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on. You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
Zero is a Simpsons writer. You made it up?
No, my translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop. I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
What?
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
How do you make that mistake?
However, I do think Clover has half a point.
Meaning?
That someone did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense.
It was all Umbrella Corp.
Yeah.
Again. For like the 7th time.
It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened. He went around before the rain started falling to gather them all up. Right?
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species? Does that mean we're supposed to repopulate the planet?
Oh, no, don't do it, game. Don't do it! Don't do it! Repopulate. Game? I don't want to get banned off Twitch yet. I looked around and did a quick inventory. Sigma, don't. Do not say any stupid bullshit. 4 women, an old man, and a kid. That meant I was the only young, fertile male. Oh, no. Oh, no. Repopulation, huh? I guess this is the grind set? That didn't sound so bad. If that was the case, maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. If the newspaper and journal were right, then the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth. I don't know, I've seen 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Game's over.
Where's the bucket of acid? Sorry, barrel of acid.
There's no point to any of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions. In fact, we've got even more questions.
So? Are those answers going to open the number 9 door again? It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
8?
You're including the old woman?
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what, that's true. What are they gonna do with the corpse? They have no way to dispose of it.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what? What if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Because, like, this is an airtight facility, pressurized at that, so, like, the... Ugh. Yeah, you're right. We never even considered that.
But that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe she wasn't murdered.
Huh?
Are you saying she was infected with Radical 6? And killed herself?
No, we know that Dio killed her, right? We already know that. But we didn't find a knife or any kind of weapon in the AB room with her.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else.
Stuff the woman in the pod and keep her frozen. I guess you could do that, but you could only do that with 3 people, and... if they're living the rest of their lives in here, let me think. No, well, not to be cynical, but, you know, Ten Mioji is the oldest one here, so probably him next, and then, I don't know. Like after 3 people die, then I guess they're just gonna have to deal with, like, a corpse. Maybe they could stuff 2 bodies in the pot.
And then someone carried her in there.
That's ridiculous. Maybe they could, like, put them in the pressurized room? Kind of like suck out all the air and make them mummified? I don't know.
Well, maybe we should go take a look at her one more time. Maybe we missed something.
Sure, okay. Wait, do they even have access to that room then? Well, no, all the doors opened up, right? So they can go wherever they want. We looked down at the body of the old woman. Phi was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman and her clothes. I just stood there. Even if she was dead, no, especially because she was dead, I just didn't feel right touching her. After a few silent minutes, Phi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from one of the old woman's sleeves and held it out toward me. A card?
Looks like an ID card for this place.
Since
it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
Looks like her name is Kurashiki. Kurashiki. Ever heard it before?
Nope.
No, not me. Definitely never.
You?
No. Anything on the back? Yumpy doll? That's the password to the computer! Mine. Okay, I think I can do the computer right now. My computer just froze. I talk about computer and then my computer freezes. It's not the computer freezing, it's the hard drive spinning up and taking 80 years to do so for some reason. Yeah, I'm not really surprised by this because of Junpei's reaction. You know, I mean, Ten Mioji. Who's Junpei? PC password. There. Huh? There's something written here. It says Jumpy Doll.
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy Doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy Doll is a password of some sort.
There's that area with the grass, right? There ought to be enough dirt to grow. Okay, you know what? Yeah, maybe there's like microbes in the dirt area that can decompose a body. And like the plants can absorb it. I don't know. You would want to bury it though. I wonder how deep the dirt there actually is. What the hell does that mean?
Beats me.
Looks handwritten. She must have put it here herself so she wouldn't forget it.
Yeah.
We were still looking this card over when I heard a commotion from the other part of the room.
Alice, what's wrong?
Oh boy. See, yeah, I told you they only had the one Accelavir and now, yep.
Alice! Oh no.
What are you planning to do with that?
Fine, I turned around and gasped.
Damn it.
It's really just like that, isn't it? You're perfectly fine one second, and then the next you're like a suicidal maniac. We ran to the other end of the room and skidded around the partition. And we had the lab open, too, so we should have been able to make copies of the Accelavir, but not in this route, I guess. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. She didn't seem stable. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. She was not well. The look on her face was all too familiar. Quark. She looked like Quark had before he went insane. But that meant...
Goodbye.
Her hand moved, lifting the scalpel up high in the air, then driving it down toward her heart. How far are we in? I guess this is gonna be... it's not gonna go any further than this? Okay. Whose ending was that? Maybe that was... old woman's ending? I don't know. Alright, well, I got the password. I probably... Because the game gave me that password earlier. I didn't realize it was the PC password. Yeah. Oh, that was the cork ending. All right. Slap in the middle there, and then we got this one and this one. I'm almost done with this. So, how is this the cork ending? I don't know. I don't know. Cork lives, I guess. That's how it works. But he also lives in, like, 3 other routes. So, I don't know. Is the cork ending? They had to give him something. Like, 90% of the game, he's unconscious or insane or some bullshit, so they had to give him something. Okay, it wants me to... God, my eyes. It wants me to get the passwords in. I have multiple things I could potentially put in. Here's... Okay, I have 3 PC... I have pictures labeled PC thing. PC thing 2? So I'm thinking... Because I have one here that's like... It's GTF-DM-L-016. I think that's for something else. So I guess the, don't right-click. If I right-click, it exits out and it makes me do it again. Milk E. Voli? Milk Evoli. Why milk, though? Okay, and then Yumpy Doll. I've been trying to get into this stupid computer for, like, this is the first route that I did, right? I think so. Enter. What do you mean, no? Did I type it in wrong? M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I. I didn't. K-E-V-O-L-I. That looks like a bomb password, though. Why is that? Why do I have that labeled PC thing? Wait, that was the thing Luna... No, Luna told me the GTF thing. K... This was K's ending, I think, where he dies and, like, we see his face. Maybe it is that. Okay, let me try what Luna told me. G T F E M L 016. No, I didn't mean to right click, damn it. It won't even let me fucking... God, come on! Imagine you put Yumpy instead of Jumpy purely on instinct. Wait a minute, so what the fuck is the PC username? I have this written down and I don't know... What?
Let's see if we can find this show.
I'm gonna turn skip off in case I fuck up again. Lion biting the sun. Memento mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Remember death. If the ninth lion ate the sun... Could this be the 9th lion? Then, maybe. Try all the permutations? I'm gonna try that, yeah. What other permutations do I have? These are all bomb passwords. And what the fuck did Kay tell me? Is this an anagram? Is it backwards? I love... Kiln is... Damn it! Kiln is, I know that. Why do I know that? It's backwards, because Kiln is, that's Guy's last name, right? What? I should know this, shouldn't I? What does it mean? Because the password is obviously Jumpy Doll. Unless that's also backwards. Like fucking... Lud... Yip... Oosh. Okay. Would I like a hint? Okay, am I supposed to know this by now? Because I could have wouldn't it be in the secrets? Yep. Okay. What am I took screenshots of everything. Does it really want me to figure out the if the Neonth Lion ate the sun thing? Like, is that what I need to be doing? See, I was fully expecting the game to just give me the answer, and it's actually, like, making me think, which props to the game, but also, god damn it, it's been so long. Damn. Why does that fit perfectly? The fact that that fits perfectly freaks me out. No. His last name is Kiln? Yeah, I don't know where I saw that. Did I learn that outside of the game or in the game? I don't even remember. Yeah, his last name is Kiln. But it doesn't matter? Kurashiki fits. I need to know this. His last name is Klim. Oh, not Ki- Oh, wait, was my brain doing a funny? Oh, I think I swapped the... My brain did a funny and swapped the L and the I because the... That's still wrong. It's still wrong. I'm not sure what I'm missing. These are the bomb passwords. Wait. This is the bomb password that I got when Dia was in the hazmat suit thing outside. This is the bomb password that I got from Zero directly. Not that one. Some of the bomb passwords are laid out differently. The third bomb password for Bomb 3, the one that Dio gave me, has dots in between each 3-letter segment, and I don't know why. I don't think that's significant. I still have this screenshot of Sigma remembering these random numbers, and I don't know what these are for. Like 78153610988. I think that was for something else. Was that for the cipher? That might have been for the cipher with Alice. Maybe it's like... This is all I have to work with. Like, what else could I be missing? Something about sexy toaster waffles. Shit. I wonder who that could be. Never seen her before in my life. I'm missing the last one. Still. No? What am I missing? Okay, can we stop making everything 9 digits long? It's confusing. Password is Jumpy Doll. Then I tried Kurashiki, right? Kane. June. June. This doesn't seem right. Klim. I don't know. I'm lost. I don't understand. What? What? I don't understand. Hint time, I guess. Like, what am I supposed to know? I have screenshots of everything that I can think of. What, like, would I have to go through every single fucking route again? The password isn't Jumpy Doll. What is it, Ten Mioji? How the fuck do you spell Ten Mioji? How the hell do you spell it? I know it. It's not Jumpy Doll. I missed it. Where is it? Oh, now I can't find it? I'm blind? Coroner, free the soul myrmidons. No. Not H. H. It's Luna's necklace. No, not that. That's for the bombs. Where's the photo that Ten Mioji had? Where the fuck? Oh, there it is. Take a screenshot of his name because I can't fucking remember it. Give me this. I don't think this is the password, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I can't think of anything else, so... Yeah, that's not right. Well, I don't know what to do. I'm confused. If the password isn't Jumpy Doll, then what the hell is it? Is it Kurishiki? I wish I could just type this with a keyboard, you know? It'd be nice. Not having to use a mouse. Can I type with a keyboard? No. I don't understand. What? Honestly, at this point, maybe just give me the fucking answer. What am I supposed to be looking at? I've tried every screenshot that I have. Like, I only have, like, 4 of them, so... Or 3. The password isn't Jumpy Doll, then what the hell is it? Is it the... You have both the user and the password. Can this go away? Thank you. That's wrong. Who is... I already know it's Sigma Kilm, isn't it? Or I love Kilm? Or is it... I tried Kurishiki, didn't I? I also tried Sigma Klim. And then... Is this the password? What? Hinting that you reversed it. Yeah, I did reverse it. That's... Is it supposed to be, like, literal? GTF DM. I'm like 5 seconds away from just looking it up on the internet. This is getting irritating. I don't know what I'm looking for. Sorry, I have to keep clicking out of the window. Let me just open up like 8 fucking instances of this picture. Hold on, like I'm tired of swapping through them constantly. GTFDML016. Yeah, I tried that. It wasn't working. Does that also need to be reversed? 610 LMD FTG? This doesn't seem right. That's the username? What? Wait, I tried that, didn't I? I tried that like 3 times. Bruh. L016. Then what the fuck is the jumpy doll for? What? You reversed the password. Okay, what the fuck is Jumpy Doll then for? Like, why did I have to wait that long to get that? I could have opened this up, like, halfway through the game instead of right now. Fi. Come over here. There's... whatever.
What's wrong?
I got in. What even is this route? I don't remember. This is the first route that I did. Oh, God. I don't remember what this route was. I think Alice and Quark are both dead. I don't know.
What? How did you figure out the login?
By cheating. Weeg. I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
I just knew it means I just knew it. You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
You sure? It might.
What? I don't...
Look, just forget about that. Come take a look at this.
Sure. Fine. Just let me get right on that. Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here.
Shouldn't you know? You're like the...
Why do you know how to log into this computer?
I don't know. Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes. But no matter what Fi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. Excuse me. Eventually, she just seemed to give up.
Fine.
I'm gonna close these pictures. I can't see OBS now. That's gonna bother me. What the hell is Jumpy Doll for?
You still don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Damn right I'm not.
And the AB game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right. Let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here. Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
Isn't that like a Gollum ID number or something? I gave her what she'd asked for. That's like one of the reasons I didn't think it was relevant either, is because it was like a Gollum identifier, wasn't it? GTFDML016. So Gollum number 16. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Fi opened one. Gollum unit details. Are these product specifications for a Gollum?
Looks like it.
So was GTFDML016 a Gollum's ID?
Don't ask me. You seem to know more about all this than I do.
Why is it the PC login user? Whatever.
Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe... Let's see here.
No, whoops. Alright. I'm not really surprised, but... Hold on. The way Luna reacted... That's unfortunate. I liked her. Luna?
Yeah.
Why is there a picture of Luna in this file?
There's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
ABT? ABT?
It is this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny...
It has been so long since I've heard this dude's voice.
Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle of...
I see. Luna was a golem. And DML016 was her product ID.
But why do I need to know this? There's no routes left except for this one, so... Well, I guess there's a branch off here, but in this route, she's, quote, dead. Well, I don't really think she can die, because... robot. That must have been what Golem was trying to tell us when he was stopped. I forgot about that. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Senior?
Probably. Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
Currently operational. Executing special mission. You think her special mission is to participate in the game?
Probably.
Okay, again, I might be misremembering. In this route, isn't she, like, unconscious on the floor? Well, unconscious. She's a robot. She can't be unconscious. You know what I mean? She wasn't functioning. So why did Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? You think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something.
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampff test?
A what?
It's from an old book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot. That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
Luna is this game's Aegis? They gotta swap voice actresses, then. Fi, can you, like, go voice Luna for me? So it's kind of like the Chinese room.
Yeah.
The what?
Luna is the girl locked in the room.
Oh! I forgot about that.
And the 8 of us are the people outside it.
Do you want some beef jerky?
Well, like I always say...
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
When did you figure it out? That she was a golem, I mean.
Right now.
Oh?
I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Golem in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be sort of like the Chinese room.
I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it made sense.
Like you just knew it?
Yeah.
I guess you're supposed to do this one earlier, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I could have, I didn't realize.
Look, forget about that. See Luna's status?
It says the same thing it did a minute ago. Currently operational. Executing special mission. What, is she gonna burst in here like the Terminator and kill everybody? That would be hilarious. Whoa! Wait, what the hell?
You
Luna's
think robots die?
No.
She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
But why does that affect her?
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Like, it's the robot? They don't have a nervous system?
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
It's Terminator Genesis. Gotta rip my ribcage open? Of course. Luna's the one who opened the AB gate.
That might not be the only thing she did. Look,
I told you she was the main antagonist. What do you mean?
what are the last 3 digits of her product ID?
016.
And where have we seen that before?
I have no idea. Oh, fuck, she killed them? I forgot about this. No. No, I don't believe it. Why would she know that? Are you
We should go check her body.
Whoops. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Ten Mioji? Maybe she did it because they were going insane? I don't know.
You remember where it is?
The robots, so... The crew quarters, of course. I remember. Well, I was wrong. She's not the main antagonist, but she is an antagonist. Oh my god. We were right.
Yeah.
Why? What's the branch here? Like, what's my choice gonna be? Why? Why would Luna...
And I trust him.
I don't...
Remain.
What route was that from?
Ambidex game polling closes.
Was that the one where we were in the garden and she was like, "You're a robot, Sigma"?
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right. Off we go then. This game's story is all over the fucking place. I can't keep track of it! So Luna's probably the one that moved that cart, right? Or the AB room? Since she has control of parts of the facility. I would imagine, because she's a golem, and thus her AI is linked into the computer? I don't know. Who am I against?
Invalid pair detected.
What?
Please retry with valid partner.
Wait, was I against Luna in this route? Is Luna open the door? I don't know what's happening. Is anybody else dead? I can't... Oh, yeah. Forget about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
With her bracelet, there's 3 in this room. Wait, what? Oh. We have her bracelet? I stepped outside and set Luna's bracelet down and then headed back into the AB room. It's gonna be gone, isn't it?
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who the fuck are we against? Is it Luna? I don't know.
Wait.
What?
Sigma.
Balls? Huh? Oh, hello, Luna. Hello, not dead, Luna. Luna?
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Wait. What the hell is going on? Why is Luna here?
She's probably planning on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah.
How much BP do I have? I don't remember. How's she going to vote?
Betray.
How do you know that?
I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here?
Okay, I understand Phi doesn't have context like we do. Like me do. I'm the one playing the game. Let me think. I don't inherently think Luna is bad. Here's the thing. I don't even know if I inherently think Zero Senior is bad. Again, the last Nonary game was all a means to an end. Granted, the execution of it was mortifying, but, you know, they weren't inherently evil. So I'm just, like, assuming that it's a similar thing in this instance. So I'm gonna vote Ally anyway, because I'm back on the chart, baby. Like, I'm back to following the chart, yeah. Why else would she have come here? That's what Phi said.
If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
Not inherently evil to kidnap children? Well... No, the first Nonary game. Did I say the first? I meant the last. The first Nonary game was fucked up, of course. The second Nonary game was a combination of revenge and, you know, trying to make sure it was a paradox. Something, if they didn't do it, Akane would die or stop existing forever and have never been alive in the first place because Back to the Future... time travel. If she wanted to vote ally, that's what I said. She's got 7 BP, right?
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now. Have you totally lost it?
No bracelet. Also, she's a robot. I don't think she would die anyway.
She doesn't have her bracelet on.
She could just, like, rip her exo skin off. What do you... just her skin, I guess?
And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out.
Exo skin.
Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9.
Luna hasn't...
Say she defaulted to ally.
Luna hasn't voted betray once in the entire game. So I don't... Maybe that was her goal? Because the more you vote ally, the less points people get, right? Unless somebody betrays her.
We could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP.
No, Phi's wrong.
She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Yeah, let Luna turn into a Divine Knight, and then I'll, like, climb inside and pilot her.
9, 8.
Just rip that door off
7,
its hinges.
6.
Radical 6 for
5,
everybody.
4.
And I trust him.
2, 1.
Ah! Phi's gonna be mad. We're not gonna die, right?
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Is this the only round 3 I've actually gotten to play? No, there was another one. Okay. It's the second round 3 I've been able to play.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Hey, Sigma!
Hmm?
Are you insane?
Maybe a little bit.
Why the hell did you choose ally?
Thought it'd be funny. Wait. We can talk about that later. Right now. She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Maybe she's like clinging to the ceiling? Then... there it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote ally for her?
Told you, Phi. Haha.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right, the results.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
I mean, realistically, she is an android, so she could probably just put the bracelet down in the exact position she got it in the first place, you know? Oh, God. Well, they're dead. they're all dead. Yeah, everybody's dead in this route except for us 3. Well, 2. Luna's not a human. We can all leave? Alright, I guess we're leaving. That's a lot of skulls.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
How did Dio die in this route? Oh, wait, is this the route where, Kay killed Dio, and then vice versa? Well, we can leave. Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. Yeah, that's right. And the other 6 got penalized. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not a option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. I'm fine. Then again, 5 of them are already dead. Thank you for reading that. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Quark's fine. Well, he's not dead. He was in the cryogenic pod, wasn't he? Or is that a different route?
That means all those penalties are meaningless. Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but...
The kind of content we crave. My hand is... like, that fucking, like, activated my dermatitis. Now my skin is itching. I need to get it off. I need to get it off and reveal the android limbs underneath.
What do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
Fluid consumption? Alright, I do need to take a drink. This bottle is so fucking crushed down, like, it's hard to hold on to it. It just gave out under its own weight. You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah. Again, is Luna in Terminator mode? Is she gonna kill us?
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
And Luna too, right?
Luna.
I wouldn't mind questioning her.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 4 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
That was peppy, almost. The Star Round. We don't need to play the AB game anymore. I'm a pair, apparently. Fi and I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair just like before, but Fi had changed to a red solo. That means she's gonna die. It didn't really matter, though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. Bad ending. Unlocked. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
Alright. Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Now, the colors don't, like, actually mean anything anymore, right? I actually think I am, like, starting to develop arthritis. Which is fucked up, because I'm not that old, but, you know. This is what I get for playing video games so much. And typing on a keyboard so much, and being an IT person in general. Now I get to live with it for the rest of my life. Quark is, like, not here, though. We never found him in this route, I don't think. I saw a video of a dude. This was like 2 days ago. Yeah, okay, I remember this. Saw a video of a guy just, like, working at a glass table in an office space or something. Ow! And, he was just, like, sitting at the table, and all of a sudden the glass table he's working on just fucking it fucking explodes.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
Somebody said that it was because the laptop was heating up the table, causing thermal expansion. But, I mean, like, the table can't take, like, a slight amount of thermal expansion? Damn. What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yeah. According to the map, there's a door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. I'm just gonna keep checking that. I feel like it's gonna expand. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Open?
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it, and how?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
Luna.
All right, let's head in.
Okay. What's that? What the heck are these things?
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
Are they in use? The windows aren't normally fogged up like that, are they? I don't think so. What mint pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why. But I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them, and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left is being used? Oh, is it being used?
The glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Let's crack it open then.
Yeah.
It wasn't locked, so is a guy inside? Yep. He looks so small in this thing. Quark. I mean, I guess he is a kid, but like puny. That or the pods are just really big. Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse. So is Quark gonna freak out while we're outside? It's probably not a good thing, is it?
This is it.
Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pod's display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic which put him to sleep. So it was probably Luna that did
Ready?
that.
What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too?
What?
Think about it. Alice, Clover, Ten Mioji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay.
Did it? Luna? See, that's what's throwing me off. Like, not Alice. Alice killed herself. Clover and Ten Mioji, that's the weird one. That hasn't happened in any other route. So...
There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
But why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
016.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
That means any alibi she might have had for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room.
I don't think Luna is like, well, the nice girls gotta be psycho robots. I don't know if Luna is, like, necessarily bad, though. That's the thing. That's... Maybe. I don't know.
Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive. But look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer?
Quark.
Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Jr.'s. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here. The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Okay. You're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that.
Now, why you gotta be hating on the British,
Okay,
Fi?
I'm going to open it. You ready?
See, you know what would have been really funny? If, like, Luna, the whole game had that accent instead. I don't know, it would have been funny, I think. Sigma. You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
Maybe it would have given it away too easily. I don't know. I feel like it would have made a joke about it. Would have been like, oh, Luna's got a British accent. Maybe she's a robot. With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Fi slipped through it. Admit. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms. Would she, like, crawl underneath it? Inside was a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Fi turned to face me. And I shoved Quark into her arms. Wait, what?
Huh?
We gonna juke her? Before she could respond, I spun around and ran. I juked her. Catch this. Literally, like, catch the Quark. Quark ball.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
The second she's revealed to be a robot, she breaks out into a Cockney accent.
Sigma! What the hell are you thinking? Get back here!
No. Like, he turns around and, like, you know the Chad meme where they're like the black and white, like the giant chin man, that's just him right now? No. Sorry, Fi. There's just something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No. You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma!
You and your fucking robot waifus.
Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
I can only imagine him, like, posing as the door is closing. Well, have fun in the desert, Fi.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game.
Maybe the choosing the betray route, maybe that just lets you escape with her. I don't know.
Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Wait a minute. Hold on, I have this. Hold on a minute. Oh god, where did I have it? Twitch. Is it under Peepos? Yeah, here it is. Why is my hard drive... Wait, why is this fucking taking so long to open? Oh, my file browser has frozen? Oh, there you are. Okay, so, like, just kind of... There he is. It's Sigma. Oh, I knew I had that on hand. Man, I still have that. Like, that's the same one I used during my old Corpse Party Book of Shadows stream. I had no regrets. In fact, with Fi and Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. Robot waifu time. Alright, time to go. Luna's waiting. You know, even with, like, the way it turned out, this is still probably going to be one of the better endings of the game. Yeah. Because it's like... Yeah, everybody's dead, but, I mean... Sigma's not getting screwed over this time. In fact, it's the opposite. Sigma screwed Fi over. Luna. I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
You knew? Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice?
Hiccup.
This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors.
I wonder if you can actually open that PC up just by, like, having the password at the ready. I get the feeling the game has a flag set so that even if you know the password, it, like, won't let you through until you view the event.
I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but are you talking about something that happened in another history?
Oh, she knows about that too. I guess she would, wouldn't she? She wouldn't have, like, told us that stuff otherwise. What?
I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who told you that? The birdie did. Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom.
Sigma.
What am I thinking of? No, the beginning of that song in the music box just like spurred a memory in my head. Wait a minute. I'm thinking of the Mogeko Castle song. Why did that remind me of that? It's kind of similar, like the dun 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 dun. Can I find that song? God damn it! All right, hold on a second. Give me a minute. What fucking song is that? A B C D E F G H I K M M E no M O Mogeko Castle OST. What the fuck is the name of the song? This one. That's what it reminded me of. Why do I remember that? I don't know, just like the beginning of it was very similar. It's so nice, though. You know, DSP, I would really like it if you released that Mogeko Castle game. I've been waiting for DSP, Deep Sea Prisoner, to release another game, but they're too busy working on VTuber models. Sigma. Oh, she said that, not me.
Aren't you here to ask me something?
All of a sudden, the whereabouts of light start playing.
Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it. Oh?
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 Why do you think I didn't do it?
Oh? Oh. Excuse me, what? Oh.
I'd like to know your reasoning.
All right. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her. Yeah.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood splatter all the way up to the elbow, except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood splatter on them, but Dio's bracelet had reacted to the luminol. That meant Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. Alright, hold on one second. Oh, it's been bothering me all day. I finally got it out of my face hole. Got a text message? Why do I have a voicemail? Who's calling me? Spam call again? After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
I've had to set my phone to auto-reject every single call from a number I don't know because it's constant, your car's extended warranty has expired. You think Luna runs one of those call centers? Because he confessed. Hmm?
What?
Did I raise the volume of the game by accident? No, it just sounds louder to me for some reason. Wait a minute, what? Oh. That's the problem. I'm like, what's going on here? My PC's volume was set to 96% for some reason. Something fell off. Alright, I fixed it. After his bracelet,
Right, fine.
After his bracelet reacted reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait. When did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
When did that happen? No, I remember Dio confessing about it, but like I don't remember Kay being on top of him. When did that happen? What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say that Incident P happens, and after that the timeline splits into Timeline A and Timeline B. I don't think it's unfair to base a theory in Timeline A on information found in Timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place. If you trace the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting Timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the nonary game. You're telling me that I could have gone this entire game without having that asshole in front of me? That would have been amazing. Somehow he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AB rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Oh, my throat itches. Stop. Somehow he managed to get close enough to stab her. Man, he's just such a great guy. I thought she was on the floor for a second. Like, I thought that this was the ground, and I thought Dio was, like, hovering sideways. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. No, wait, actually. He probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is that he got his bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost AB room and its neighbor. And that's why Luna moved the room, so that it could be discovered. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or that he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dia was there the whole time. Lucky for him. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
Ugh! My throat. I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she... well, you know... committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left!
Yo, get hype for the sun? It's gonna swallow the earth?
I'd rather die here!
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I'm gonna take a drink. My throat is still itching. Stop itching. That's better. I think the infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AB room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next are Clover and Ten Mioji. See, this one's weird. Were they also infected? The first question is, who put the handcuffs on them? The clue is the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it, it doesn't make sense. Like, how would Clover have known? Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have had to write with her right hand on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know? No, not really. Why not just use your left thigh? The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together and the message got transferred to the right thigh. What? We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check her other leg. Oh my... what? In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. This is fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. Oh, let me just write it out so that it looks like numbers when it's reversed. Fi, you suck at searching, people. Oh, and it just conveniently, like, heat transfers perfectly from one leg to the other. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. This is fucking stupid. Now, about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Or he tried to, and then Kay turned around and he was like, nuh-uh, and then he stabbed him into the wall. I just really wish I could have seen that. Like, I'm imagining Dio grabbing at it as he, like, pinned to the wall. It would have been really nice to see. Here's how I imagined it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He would have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would have been clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned the switch light off, and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. Again, like, the injury would have, like, really hurt, but it wouldn't kill you immediately. I don't think. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Is there any, like... He was hit in the shoulder, right? There's no core arteries there, I don't think. Those are going up, like, to your neck. Probably would have lived for a bit. Maybe he went into shock before he died, probably, yeah. No, that's kind of in the back, actually. Yeah, that probably would have, like, collapsed a lung. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them are your fault.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories. Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure?
Shouldn't a bomb have gone off by now? You know what? You're right. Did Dio set any bombs in this timeline? Dio died really early. So, maybe not?
Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves.
That does pose the question again. If Dio is dead, where the fuck was he keeping those bombs?
As for Clover and Ten Mioji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place.
You don't understand, Luna. Robot out. That really fucking hurt, actually. Okay, I'll use my other hand. Robot waifu, Luna.
How can you trust a machine?
That's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Have you heard of Ice Knot? Yes, this is like the 5th time we've gone over it, I know.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. Sigma.
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is the central answer. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually, we reached the bench. I'm gonna use my left hand to control this game. This really hurts for some reason. Luna quietly sat down, and just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily. But that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
Oh, what? What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise.
Oh, God damn it. It's all part of the plan. Really? Fuck it. But why'd it have to be him?
Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever. Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay?
But I am here forever, Luna. Like, come on.
Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come here?
To make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms.
5th and 6th?
Counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th room, and the one next to it would be the 5th.
Right. After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room.
You know what would be really fucked up? If suddenly Zero Jr.'s voice started coming out of her. Then Sigma realizes he made the worst mistake of his life.
I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr.
She suddenly starts fucking spouting rabbit puns. My arm, stop itching.
I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane?
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Dude, we totally just tapped into the field, holy shit. Then who moved the old woman?
Me.
Oh.
It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What? Oh, don't do it.
Luna, listen to me very carefully.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be the rabbit talking. This is better.
As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
So she just wanted, she was planning on dying, I guess. I don't know.
Yes. I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes. Our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern.
Damn.
Your only concern is to follow your orders.
But...
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say. You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
Yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter, the 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
And what happened to the girl that talked about yumpies and voodoo dolls?
After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated. But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake. So I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes. It was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
Bomb time? Or is this actually like a happy-ish ending? I think I understand. Everything you did because you were ordered to.
Yes.
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. Then, is she Zero Senior?
No.
But if she gave you the orders...
She did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
There was someone else?
Yes.
And that person is Zero Senior.
Yes. They worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose, technically, my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Jr., too. I told you before that Zero Jr. moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me.
Yeah, but I still hate him. But why?
I don't know. I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually, we'd figured out that the rooms had been moved, and that she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite.
You mean?
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room?
You're right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there?
Yes. I think so.
But how could they know that? Ellipses.
Whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved. Which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet.
Yeah, so I'm assuming Clover did the injection still?
So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait. You were listening to us at the security office?
Yes. That wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
I was gonna say, because I was confused why this ending was the Sigma ending, or whatever, but I think I understand now. It's because this one is the Luna ending, right? You were watching through the security cameras.
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice. That she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Because of your orders?
Yes. Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course, while we were fighting over it.
Hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything to you.
You mean because I'm a golem?
Yeah.
One of my
Well-
orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep up the facade that you were human?
No. I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders, too. So to make it look like I had died, he turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified.
Oh.
She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator? Defibrillator?
Yes,
Why are defibrillators, like, always depicted as, you know, like a thing that can just start your heart back up? It's not like what they're for, right? They're for fixing arrhythmias. And that uses an electric shock to restart the heart, right?
correct.
No, like that's why chest compressions are a thing. You're supposed to, like, pound on their chest really hard. So that's why she left?
Yes.
At 0 hours, 11 minutes, and 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters.
She ran off toward the infirmary.
It was just a prank, bro.
On the way, she bumped into Dio. Yes,
Dio. Oh.
I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by? Oh.
Yes. I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing. But he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
Yeah, you're supposed to, like, give CPR when somebody, like, if your heart isn't pumping, like, you're supposed to create a pumping motion. You can't just, like, shock it and magically it starts up again. At 0 hours, 12 minutes, Dio enters the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I bet.
It didn't take him long to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd
Did he
gone
do?
there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right. Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't have been able to get through the secondary door. Right?
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course. If I had already taken it by then.
Yes, but there was something else he wanted to do, too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he'd used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade.
Yeah, too late for that.
That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anyone to see that?
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Myrmidons.
Yes,
What does Myrmidons mean?
it's the name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it, like a club or something?
I don't think so.
Well, what is it then?
I don't really know.
No idea.
I'm afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes,
Then... wouldn't that mean he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
You've got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess this enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going. Oh, suddenly no voice acting. Okay. After he took the knife, Dio ruffled through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it. At least as far as Luna could tell. Luna, can you explain, like, why there's another, me here? At 0 hours and 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they began to fight.
The fuck do you think you're doing?
The fuck you say to me, you little shit? Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up. Come on, Ten Mioji can take him.
What the hell are you doing?
Can't he?
None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile old shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
He let out a yell and leapt toward Dio. Yeah, see? The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with the knife. Oh, damn. Ten Mioji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then, as the knife edged closer, he wrapped the other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. Excuse me. Didn't mute myself in time for that. But Dio was a much younger and stronger man, and the wound Ten Mioji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off. And Ten Mioji collapsed on the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this?
Ah!
How cute. You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you gonna beat us to death or something?
No. Nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. Give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream.
Did anybody ever explain the age difference between Clover and Ten Mioji? Time travel? I don't know.
Well, I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
Yeah, Ten Mioji, like, knocked Dio down at one point, though, but I guess, like, on a one-on-one attempting to kill each other thing, I guess Dio would win. You put up a good fight, though.
25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Fi, and Kay, right?
Yes,
Ten Mioji sucker punched him? That's also true.
you were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We'd also noticed that a knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Ten Mioji, their time had come.
What was that one route where Kay, like, got out of his suit or some shit to kill somebody? Was that him killing Luna? Was that what happened? I don't remember.
Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
Does that mean that he didn't kill Luna? Or was it somebody else? I don't know. Was that Dio? That might have been Dio. No, he killed Dio in the pod. That's right. Never mind. That's this route? I don't think that's this route. That's a... Fuck, what route is that? I don't remember. I think it's this one? Or this one? It's in the middle somewhere, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, because he got out of his suit and then, like, suffocated Dio and then came back. I thought he killed Luna. No, that was Dio.
Almost immediately, they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
But, like, why did she make the I look like a 1 and the D look like a... It's dumb. And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes.
Could have used a capital D. Would have made things a lot less confusing.
As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you.
Delo.
Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol, and then while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with the spear. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Ten Mioji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
And that was when he found the luminol.
Right. That's everything that happened. Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Yeah, why did that come off? Why was it in the infirmary? I mean,
Ten Mioji had it.
I kind of knew that, though. Like, somebody put him in the pot and froze him, right?
Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
Oh, we're talking about, like, how he got... Okay. But why did Ten Mioji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was.
When?
Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Fi and Ten Mioji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with the luminol. Sure, I remember that.
Right after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Ten Mioji, the center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room, right?
Yes,
Where Quark was sleeping.
right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of relief, right?
Yes. The display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Ten Mioji got it.
Why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off.
Oh,
Aluminum foil.
how? What? Wait, how? Aluminum foil. Excuse me? What? You mean the stuff from the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
Bruh. What? What?
Here's an exciting fact.
No.
Your heart creates
I
a
don't-
bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You're telling me I could have just shoved fucking, like, fucking aluminum foil food wrap under the fucking bracelet and I would have been fine? I mean, I had the idea of shoving, like, some kind of piece of metal under the bracelets so that when it tries to inject you, it just can't. But that's... Huh. Okay.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood.
Like, we could have done that at any time.
Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching.
Aluminum. You're telling me the aluminum foil can block the magnetic waves your heart sends out?
Yes.
Okay.
All you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And the bracelet thinks your heart is stopped?
Yes.
Holy shit. It was that easy all along? What if I put it on my head? Conspiracy
Anyway,
theorists.
I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait. Why was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
Why did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the treatment pod.
Yes.
You were the one that unlocked the treatment center, too.
No,
No?
I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero Jr.?
That's right.
Oh. I still hate him. He reactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, huh? Excuse me. Of course it does. Silence. Ellipses. So, are you going to tell me?
Tell you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. So why we were... So... Sorry, I just gotta like put him there for a second. Okay, there you go. I just wanted to like I had to do it before I continued. So, why we were brought here.
To play the nonary game.
Non-lily. And why we were supposed to play the nonary game.
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that.
Why did they... Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Why did they infect us all on purpose? Why?
It was a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally... killed me.
Then what?
I wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Ten Mioji died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the tubocurarine that killed them. But they were injected with it because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the nonary game. If the nonary game was part of the project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess. If you want to look at it that way.
Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Yeah, that was easy enough to deduce. Why are we going over this again? If Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would have never taken place, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
She's not going to tell me what it is she? Not allowed to find out. 6 people died here. 4 of them were murdered, one way or another, by Dio. At first, that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died. But that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they died for this project. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Senior, right? Man, Kurashiki just couldn't help herself. She just had to start another one. Please, Luna, tell me. What is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma. Would you hug me?
I told you. Robot waifu. What? Oh, shit. Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. Bad. What the fuck is on his, like, outfit? Hearts. Bad. Safety. Is that the anarchy symbol? I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was it Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Yep, this is the best route. Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand to her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Oh. Hey, Luna! Never mind. Bad route. What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber. But after Clover gave me the tubocurarine,
Oh. Okay, okay. I get it.
does it scare you? This is what I really look like.
This is gonna be freaky as shit.
I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
Oh, this is gonna be weird. Either that or they're not gonna show it to me at all. I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time.
This was also the route where we were super nice to Luna, right? That was the first route.
Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier? About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body?
Luna, you can't go. I need to see your endoskeleton. That's a weird sentence to say out loud. What am I, Date?
Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr., and I hacked it.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What?
That was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Ten Mioji. Then Kay and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself, and I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning.
Again, I need to point this out. I was gonna point it out earlier, but the dialogue is still going. Like, what is this fucking project for? Because it's not for the antidote to this virus, right? Because, like, we already have it. It exists. So, like, I called it an antidote, a vaccine. Antidote implies, like, poison or something. So, like, is it them going back in time to, like, make it never have happened in the first place? I don't know.
In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders.
She didn't save them, kind of weird, because that breaks the first law of robotics. Yeah, can't let people die through inaction. Wait, what? Did I miss something? I have the ability to disobey orders. I guess that... Oh.
But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad.
So she's sentient, at least to a degree.
Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey. You lose access to your body, of course. But everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes. Very soon now I'll be gone.
What? It's just your skin. We can grow you a new one, right? I mean, how else were you made here? Like, the golems still function without the skin, right?
Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now.
Or that, yeah.
Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
But what if we wrap your head in aluminum foil? This is big brain strats. Then you're not connected to the computer. What? Why?
I watched
Oh,
6
damn.
people die and did nothing. I deserve this.
No. No, you don't. Even if you had done something, you wouldn't have been you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma. Thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna. Luna! It's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna let them do this. You're gonna be fine, I promise. Just please don't...
I'm sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms. Thank you, Sigma. And goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor? God, her, like, eye is falling. Oh, that's freaky. Ugh. She couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. Damn it, like, you can't give me a single good ending, can you? The best ending that I have gotten in this game, like in terms of who lives and dies, is the fucking Dio ending, and that, like, infuriates me. With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. Damn. That was definitely the most interesting ending so far. A lot of them have just been like, you know, dead end. That one actually had like a, you know, Oh, shit. Why you gotta make the best girl in the game a fucking robot? Ugh. Alright, I don't need to see the credits again. So, now it's time to pick Betray, Luna End. Only one left. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Betray. I don't know. I feel like we're just gonna go out the door with Fi, and it's gonna just cut off, I guess. I don't know. Find out.
Two minutes remain until polling closes.
That didn't stop Aegis. Man, are they gonna put a scene in where, like, Sigma touches Luna's heart? In my heart. Because, like, there's that weird part at the end of their social link where, like, Aegis wants them to touch her. 2 minutes. All right. Yeah, skip. Start. Skip. Skip the dialogue. Oh, no, it's her. Yep. Shut up. Shish, quiet, Betray. Or listen to Fi for once. I feel like I'm gonna hate this ending. Luna! Where's Luna? I leapt out of the door and ran toward the AB room. I thought she'd entered. But... she's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then... there it was. She didn't take it?
That doesn't make sense. Why would she show up just when we're about to vote? There was no reason for her to come here if she was just going to default.
I'm all for best girls being robots instead of them being the murderers. Yeah, but that means that there's no... whatever the ending of this game is gonna be, I don't think Luna's gonna have a happy one. And I feel like if there is one, then it's going to involve Zero Jr., like, coming back and apparently being a good guy the whole time. And then they're gonna, like, 3D print a Zero Jr. body, and I will want desperately to smash it with a sledgehammer.
Results from round 3 of the Amberdex game will now be displayed. Please direct your
Oh, remember that
attention
notary
to the
game? Wasn't that
results
fun?
screen.
We're best friends, right? Why do you have a hammer? Right, the results.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
You wouldn't happen to be wanting to use that on me, would you? Oh god, I'm fucking turning. You take off K's mask and it's Zero Jr. It means I'm Zero Jr. Again, Luna's not gonna die. I just feel bad for her.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
End credits scene where her consciousness was uploaded to Sigma's bracelet.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
You gotta install her like an AI
Since
into...
Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically.
Like, take her AI and, like, shove it into K's suit and then become Sigma Man.
And the other 6 got penalized.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not a option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
5 of them are dead already, and Quark's bracelet is off.
That means all those penalties are meaningless.
Yeah.
We still don't know why Luna showed up, though. Yep, I have brain damage now if I didn't already. There's no reason to come here just to abstain.
I can only guess at her reasons. But I'm sure it was part of some plan.
Plan for what?
Who knows? So what do we do now? Whatever Luna's scheming, we still managed to get 9 BP.
Fluid? Starting to run out. Jeez.
Do you want to leave?
No! No, we can't. We still don't know if Quark is safe. No way I'm leaving before we find him.
I agree. I hoped you'd say that.
It was very breathy, I agree. I agree. So, are you going to stay?
Of course. Let's get moving.
That fucking Zero Jr. accent is messing with my Isaac concentration. Oh god, another quality Zero item. It doesn't even sound like them. I can't do it. It's like there's a subconscious level in my brain preventing me from getting that voice down pat. Because it knows that it would damage me, hurt. Like, it's like my brain is trying to prevent myself from causing harm to myself, you know? If you like stab yourself in the chest, you know, and you don't have Radical 6, your brain's gonna be like, wait a minute, no, don't do that. That's not good. But like the brain is doing that verbally instead. She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Can't skip this? Damn. I was hoping to skip the more repetitive parts. I'm wearing a shirt that's like, it's a shitty, all my clothes are shitty, but like this shirt has, you know when they do that print on shirts and you have that shirt for a really long time and the print starts like flaking off, but not like that easily and it's like all rough feeling? The fucking, my headphone cable is like rubbing up against it and making scratching noises. You know, I forgot this room existed. It was never returned to, I don't think. Had to stretch. Shit. He's not here either.
This is the last room. Well, the last room we can get into.
And we haven't seen Luna either.
Yeah.
Luna locked off the doors. Wait, no, she can't lock off the doors. So she... Never mind. Where the hell did she go? We were standing there. I realize that you're just like me, trying to decide what to do next when we heard a familiar voice echo through the facility. Huh?
The number 9 door has been opened.
Bruh?
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Bruh. What?
No, that's not possible.
What's not possible? But she only bit her lip and said nothing. Then, all too soon, it was over. Wait,
The number 9 door has closed.
bruh.
This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
What? What just happened? It's all over now, isn't it? We're stuck here forever.
We should go back to the Floor A warehouse. I need to know if the door actually opened or not.
With that, she was off. Yeah. Luna didn't like that, apparently. With a sigh, I turned to follow. Milkmen go comedy. We can't just look at the door and tell if it was opened or not.
True.
Oh.
But the projection should tell us.
Projection. What? Luna and Quark escaped?
So it would seem.
Huh? Why? How? Almost as if on cue, the screen flickered. And Zero Jr. appeared.
Well, well, well! Long time no Zero! Remember your old pal Zero?
Wow, we suddenly went from, like, one of the best endings, in my opinion, to one of the worst endings, because you're here. Great. You.
I'm guessing somebody's hoping for an explanation about what the diddlio just happened.
The Diddlio.
Because we're such great friends, I decided to make an exception and descend from on high to give you
Okay.
the 411.
Maybe not one of the best, let me rephrase. One of the most interesting.
Aren't you happy?
Hoppy. I'm hopping to smash your fucking mainframe.
So what's this explanation you've got?
Well, let's start with little Quark. He was given an anesthetic that put him to sleep.
Can I reprogram you to feel pain?
While he was out, Luna carried him through to the other side of the number 9 door.
I want to, like, put this thing in one of those Soma robots and beat the shit out of it. But how did she open the door?
With Quark's bracelet, you silly bunny. It was still in the infirmary. Remember? Luna just hopped over there and picked it up.
So I was right. Quark had 9 BP when the second round ended.
Yup.
But didn't he get penalized after the third round?
Yes, he did. But a penalty can't take away your points. Just your life.
Doesn't even work.
The needles popped out and so on.
Shut
All
up.
the points stayed the same.
So Luna took Quark to the door.
And since her bracelet was already off, she wouldn't have suffered the penalty.
No. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Oh, right. She's a golem.
All right. I think my tale is through.
Okay, well, I've got some questions for you, buddy.
Not you.
Well, good thing you guys don't have questions for V. That guy's a jerk.
Oh, God. This isn't the alphabet.
You must be feeling pretty good if you're able to joke around like that. I mean, 6 people just...
I skipped it by accident. Whoops.
It's not really a big deal.
That actually was by accident. I didn't mean to.
That's just how you humans are, after all. So, as long as you
Oh,
make
us
it,
humans.
nothing else matters.
Dying and emitting gases when we do. It's gross. No, you're wrong.
Don't screw with us.
It's cool. It's cool. I know you gotta act tough. I mean, you chose betray. That means you don't trust Luna, right? Figures. She's a golem. She might even be a murderer. That's why you were planning to leave her here and bone out, wasn't it? You see, it's all about you. Haven't you thought about how sad you've made Luna?
What?
Well, looks like my time here's just about all used up.
Wait. I still have questions for...
No, I won't wait.
Okay.
I don't like waiting.
Okay. Neither do I.
I waited once, and some half-witted reptile got the better of me because of it. After that, I
Reptile?
made sure to value my time.
Tortoise and the hare.
What?
Alrighty then. I'll see you when I see ya. Have a nice trader.
Alright, that was a good one. I still hate them. Man. Alright, when does the antimatter bomb go off? Just get it over with. For a few long moments, Fi and I had just stared at the spot on the wall where Zero had disappeared. Where had Quark been? Who had given him an anesthetic and why? We had no idea who killed everyone. And Zero Senior's identity, as well as the purpose of the nonary game, remained a mystery. Good ending. As for our futures... what are we supposed to do now? I hadn't meant to say the words out loud, but there they were.
The tortoise won because he kept going even when it looked hopeless. I think we should do the same. We've got plenty of time after all. We'll give the dead the closest thing to a funeral we can manage. And when that's done, we'll start looking. Even if I never leave this place, I'll figure out why we were here. I swear it.
I looked at the fire in her eyes and nodded. If nothing else, at least we had a purpose. I'd say it's not the worst bad end, but like, I mean, Zero is there, so... Alright. I should probably get rid of these shirts that have like this flaking thing going on. I know I'm bringing it up again, but like... The fucking, like, I'm just like looking at it, I'm like, man, these are really old and shitty. I don't like buying clothes, though. Ow. Oh, my bones! Fuck, am I a robot? Okay, so... I get, yeah, that's everything. I guess I should beat the game now. I wonder how long this is gonna take. I'd keep them. Yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of them, but like I should maybe buy new clothing one of these days and stop being such a cheap asshole. Because I've been wearing the same clothes for like 14, 15 years. And I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. Never replace them. Unless they're physically falling apart. The only shirt I've ever had fall apart on me, I had a Star Trek Voyager shirt. And I was like, man, that's the only shirt I've ever had fall apart on me, which sucks because I like that shirt. I can't wear it anymore, though, because it's fucked up. It was an old one, though. It was like, I think I got it from, like, my parents. It was, like, from the fucking 80s. Why is the A in this? Like, look at the A. The A is, like, wrong. Deactivate bomb number 2. How... So each one of these is going to be a bomb, so how long is this going to be? Clothes got to upgrade to SCP Witch Doctor attire. Does anybody know, like, how much longer this is going to be? Like, anybody have a hypothesis? Hypothesis? Because I'm wondering if I should save this all for another stream. You have another escape room? Oh. Okay, Yeah, you're right, because I'm missing one of the secret documents. And a lot more story. Okay, I'll keep going then. Because I didn't know if I should, like, end off here or not. But yeah, the way you're talking, it's probably... The escape room will probably take me at least, like, 40 minutes. Although, knowing it's the final escape room, it's probably going to take longer than that. Let me get the bomb passwords up. No, that's Lucky Luciano. I don't need that. Bomb 2. There you are. I still gotcha. Man, look at this game making me keep track of my shit. Boop, boop. Alright, so this password is EQD DYR NTK. Okay. And then bomb 3, I'll get that one ready.
Damn, this is crazy. So you did know it.
Yeah, guess so.
Don't scare me like that, all right?
Come on, it's not like I was hiding it. I just couldn't remember it at first. Then it just kind of floated up. Or maybe it drifted down?
Whatever. Point is, we disarmed the thing. Amazing.
I would still like to know what Jumpy Doll is for. You don't sound very amazed.
Okay, that just leaves us with the last bomb. It's
in the garden.
right.
Is she forgetting?
Let's go take care of it while you're on a roll with these things.
Gah. Gah. You sound like it. You make it sound so easy.
Well, don't just stand there.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. She spun around and was gone. I gripped the input device tightly and headed off after her. It's so weird that I'm, like, actually finishing this game soon-ish. Not this stream, but, like, next stream, probably. This game has been so long. Now, the real question is, do I start Zero Time Dilemma immediately after this one, or do I wait a while? Oh, it was on the tree? I thought it was on the wall. Your lining, rock, face, whatever.
Finally. The last one.
Yeah,
How many minutes left?
it's not the last one. Less than 10.
It's okay. We can still make it. Just stay calm, all right?
Dude, we never found the Zero Bomb, did we?
You have the input device?
That's bad. Yeah. There we go, connected.
Okay, go. We've done this twice already. Do you really need a third pep talk?
Yes. You want me to remember another password, right?
Exactly. What else would I be talking about? Don't sweat it. You did great the last 2 times. I'm sure this one will be a cakewalk. Third time's the charm, right?
I got it, I think. This is password bomb 3. That's, not really how that's used. I'm just worried that lightning is not gonna strike twice, or thrice in this case, I guess.
No, I think mine still works.
More like twice, because 4 times. That's not a term.
There's nothing to suggest the first and second times aren't charmed, too.
I guess so.
Whatever. Just do it.
Okay.
You're the only person who can.
What about you? You can jump to other worlds too, right?
Yeah, but I can't remember things as well as you, all right? I'm doing the best I can, but either I haven't seen the stuff you have, or...
That is true. It's always been like a thing that Sigma has a freakishly good memory for some reason.
I just can't remember it. Maybe we've been going to different worlds. Anyway.
Twice in it. In it. I'll give it a shot.
I'm counting on you.
Okay. The password. The password. I got it. Hurry up. Remember. Remember, Sigma. My name is Daniel. Wait, wrong game. Come on, lightning can strike twice, or even 3 times. You can do it. You did it before. You did it twice before. This is nothing. You're a champion. Come on, Sigma, you can do this. You want to ride your bicycle, Sigma? You can do this. Pull open the door to your memories. Get on the floor. The 11th route. I'm sorry. What was that? Did it flat? Why did it flash to the cube or the building Q? Was it the Nevada building? Why did it show that? Am I about to find out something that I'm not gonna like? I'm gonna get, like, to a door, and I'm gonna find out that Santa was 0 again all along. What do you mean, wrong? I had that labeled as Bomb 3. Maybe I was wrong? Maybe this is Bomb 3? GDQ. Game's done quick. Oh, we got a problem. Excuse me. Why ain't that working? What? None of the passwords are working. That was Bomb 1. The Bomb 1 password worked? Why? Wait, what? Oh. Oh, okay. I thought we did Bomb 3 first. Okay, starting on Bomb 2 fucked me up. Okay, never mind. We're fine. Yeah! That was my fault. Suck on that, Dio, you arrogant son of a bitch. Laughing, crying, shitting, fucking, killing, shitting emoji. How many emojis can we fuse together? That feels good. And then you're gonna have a sudden revelation that there's a 4th bomb. Uh-oh. I haven't felt this satisfied in ages. It's like my whole brain is just swimming with endorphins. Okay, so when do we die? I feel like it's just going to melt and dribble out of my ears. Ew. This is without a doubt what heaven feels like. Honestly, I feel like I could fly right now. He looks down and his hand is white. Aw, oh, man. Hell, I almost wish there was another bomb so I could feel this again. Isn't this great? Fi? Uh-oh. What's going on? You're really harshing the vibe here. Would it really kill you to smile? We just saved everybody. Oh, also, not that I need it or anything, but sure would be nice to get a thank you or something. Oh, thank you, Sigma. You're the greatest. You're so awesome. I'll dress up in that swimsuit for you just like I promised. I mean, just the swimsuit thing would be fine, really, but... Are you even listening to me?
I am. You said you wished there was another bomb, right?
Well, I mean, I don't
hope
really...
you're happy. You're going to get your wish.
Oh. What?
I remembered something, too. Just a glimpse. We must have confronted Dio about the bombs. I'm not sure how, but we got him to tell us about them.
See, this is cool. I was hoping something like this would happen, where, like, she has a revelation that I never got to see.
Exactly. I've planted 4 bombs.
Oh, wait, no, we also saw this earlier, too, didn't we? Oh, fuck, never mind.
They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3. But there's also one more. Bomb number 0.
I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. Suddenly, I remembered it, too. Yeah, I forgot that we also saw that. I had heard Dio say those very words in the Floor B warehouse. No. No way.
Looks like you remember it, too.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
Oh, boy. Shit. We've only got 4 minutes.
Well, hurry up. We need to get to the 0 bomb.
Where is it? Right. I yanked the input device out of the bomb and turned to chase after. What are you just standing there for? Go, show me where the bomb is.
What? Are you telling me you don't know where it is? You have got to be kidding me.
Uh-oh. How the hell would I know where the bomb is? Oh. Oh shit, you don't know? I'm gonna put this fucking remote down before I, like, break it. She bit her lip and nodded. Damn it. What the hell are we supposed to do now? We can't deactivate the bomb if we don't know where the damn thing is.
Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think, Sigma. There has to be a clue somewhere.
Thinking? I need to... brain me. Like, I gotta... think?
Pretend you're Dio. You need to hide the bomb.
That's gonna make it even harder. Like, Dio? Think? Ugh.
Where would you hide something important?
Hide something important.
Right.
Hide. Hide. If I was Dio, where would I hide? The room? What was that? Oh, that was Luna, like, fading away.
Sigma, wait!
It looked like somebody with a blooded face for a second. Bloodied?
Where are you going?
Don't follow me. Go find the others.
Idiot! Do you really think I'd do that?
I could hear her following me, but there was no time to argue. Instead, I focused on my goal. There was still time. Am I gonna have to make a decision? I'm gonna make the wrong one. On purpose. I want to see what happens. Probably just gonna die, right? It would be funny. Hey, look at this funny antimatter bomb. Think it'd be funny if I hit it with a hammer? Haha. Boom. What if we put our Minecraft beds together, and then I detonated this antimatter bomb? The room was never moved in this timeline. Oh, there it is. How the fuck did he get it back there? Also, why is that one so much smaller?
Here?
Yeah. Should be between these AB rooms. How did we get there? Good, I was right. How much time do we have left?
About a minute.
Shit!
Hurry!
How do I get to it? I'm hurrying as fast as I can. Oh, I guess I reached it, no problem. The input device was plugged in. I was ready to go. Now I just had to enter the password. But what was the password? I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd already used up my third-time charm. Still, I had to try. I shook my head and concentrated. That was one of the earlier routes that I did. LXA, QNS, GDQ. LXA, QNS, GDQ. First try, baby. It stopped.
Yeah.
Fi and I crumpled to the ground, the adrenaline that had sustained us suddenly gone.
How did you know it was here? Did you see it in another history?
It's hard to explain. The short version is that Dio hid something here in another timeline. I guessed maybe he'd put the bomb here, too.
Pretty good guess.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, you did it.
Well, that was fun. Game over, we win? Well, we still got these to go.
So, thanks.
Oh, I don't need any thanks. Just
what?
Huh? About that swimsuit you promised.
What? What on earth are you talking about?
Oh, that was a different timeline.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
This is bad. The white doors have opened. We need to hurry. Everyone else is waiting for us in the Floor B warehouse.
What about the swimsuit?
What the hell are you going on about?
Swimsuit?
Just go!
Before I could protest, she turned and ran toward the magenta door. I sighed and headed off after her. Swimsuit. Fly, I swear, you said repopulate the Earth. I ran into the warehouse to find everyone else already there. They done as Fly asked and brought the 3 unconscious members of our party back to the doors. Fly and I shared a quick glance and then headed over toward them. Swimsuit.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're safe.
So, did you disable the bombs?
No, we're all gonna die. Bye-bye. Yeah. I could have done it in my sheep?
Don't you mean in your sleep?
That's the second fucking sheep pun?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
No prob, robot lady.
good job, you guys.
How come her teeth are white? Because the golem's teeth were like silvery, right? Maybe there's like a fake enamel over them. No need to thank me. Although, I mean, if you insist, I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit time.
What? Huh?
Okay. Good, Sigma. You know what I want to see? I want to see Luna without the skin on in a swimsuit. Just the robot body. I prefer what's on the inside. It's what's on the inside that counts.
You're disgusting.
Maybe a little bit.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
Zero suit, Luna.
Everybody know who's in their group?
Yeah, I'm set.
All right,
Actually, can I get Kane a swimsuit? Like, keep the armor on.
then let's move.
At Ten Mioji's command, we broke off into our teams. Kay carried Quark on his back and dragged Dio along the floor and through the white door on the left. Clover and Luna carried Alice through the door on the right. And Ten Mioji, Fi, and myself ran through the center door.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
I can close this picture now. There we go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Q. Q. Yes. Lots of detail. What? My eyes. What the hell? Oh, God. Oh, my eyes. There's nothing here.
Well, there are doors.
The
The
fuck?
one we came in. And that one, which I'm assuming is the exit.
This is fucking, like, holographic projection room? Is this the holodeck? Yep, figures. Won't budge. Is a sexy Ferengi gonna come out?
The plaque on the door just said Q.
Oh, this is Q. What have you done this time? What the hell's that supposed to mean? See, he knows.
Really? Now someone's just being a smartass.
Huh?
Nothing. Maybe the Q is for question.
He's just not gonna say anything. Well, I guess it's a very questionable room.
If there was a deck of cards here, maybe the Q would be for Queen.
That's a quality guess right there.
Right. Well, we need to get out of here. Let's find a way to get the door open.
I find it fitting that Ten Mioji is here. I like
We
that.
also need to find the star keys. I've got enough BP to open the door, but you guys need to play the AB game some more.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. We still need a few more points.
If we can get those star keys,
How is that gonna go?
we should be able to play the AB game as many times as we need to.
Do you see a Funyarimpa, Ten Mioji?
So,
It's just a matter of time until we get the points we need.
right.
Well, let's just get started then.
Good.
Okay.
All right. So this is the last one, huh? What am I looking at? Okay. What are we supposed to do here? This room's empty. Q. Wait. Do you hear something? What? What the hell? Huh? Well, how much do you want to bet it has something to do with that? Guess we should go, have a look. Might be a good time to stop, that's what I'm thinking. Man, I didn't know they made grid paper in 3D, It's funny joke. Oh, this is weird. Why is it pink? Stop doing that. The floor. I can touch it, kick it, or jump on it, but nothing happens. Yeah, stop doing that. This is, I didn't mean to click on that. The fucking mouse button, I think this cube is just floating here. How the hell is it doing that? Who knows? Can't tell just by looking at it. Why don't you touch it and see if anything happens? We're waiting on it. I don't understand what's going on here. Have another look at it. Huh? The cube. Look at it again. Okay, I'm trying to move the camera around, but fuck it. I'm just gonna save and end off for tonight, I guess. And 47 hours. Why do I get the feeling that this puzzle is gonna take me a long time? Ow, my shoulders. Like, just looking at it, it looks like something that's gonna confuse the shit out of me, so... Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna stop for tonight. I could have gone a little bit longer, but again, this feels like a good place to just, you know, leave off, to suspend the stream and come back to it and have it be, like, another decent length. Yeah, I don't really have time to start anything else for tonight, so... I guess I'm just gonna leave? Yeah, it's probably a good thing I get to end the stream a bit earlier and actually take care of adult responsibilities as a result. When in actuality, I did all of the adult responsibilities I had to do yesterday, so... I don't know, maybe I'll make pizza. Oh, I do have pizza in my freezer. Ooh, I'm gonna make pizza! Okay, I'm gonna make pizza. Yeah, good time to prep for the finale. It means I can get up earlier tomorrow, maybe finish Final Fantasy V. Yeah. I think, yeah, I want to do FF5 tomorrow if I can, if I stream tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'm going to try to. Hold on, I can check that. I should probably end the recording now. Yeah, I'm going to end the recording. Thanks for stopping by if you're on the VOD. I'll see you later with the last stream of VLR. And then I definitely will not be starting Zero Time Dilemma immediately because I'm not addicted to escape room games. I got a problem. When I finish Zero Time Dilemma, I'm gonna, like, I need more, and there's no more, right? So what do I do? What do I do? Help. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.